Have you ever felt like your biggest dreams are just out of reach? Like no matter how hard you try, the life you desire seems impossible. What if I told you that the key to manifesting even the wildest of dreams lies not in struggle, but in relaxation? This is the profound teaching of Neville Goddard, a man who proved time and again that imagination creates reality. In this video, we'll explore how to relax into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, how to let go of doubt, and how to allow the impossible to unfold effortlessly. Stick around till the end, because what you're about to learn could change everything. And trust me, you don't want to miss the powerful examples we'll share that prove this works, even when logic says it shouldn't. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves gently lapping at your feet. You know that beneath the surface lies everything you've ever wanted: wealth, love, success, health, but instead of diving in frantically, you simply relax. You trust that the tide will bring it to you. This is the essence of Neville Goddard's teachings: the universe responds not to force, but to faith. Most people exhaust themselves chasing their desires, convinced they must hustle, manipulate, or beg the world to give them what they want. But Neville revealed a shocking truth: your subconscious mind is already creating your reality based on what you assume to be true. The moment you shift your inner state to embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the outer world must conform. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't dig it up daily to check if it's growing, you trust the process. Similarly, when you assume the feeling of your desire as already yours, you let the universe handle the how. Take the story of a woman who desperately wanted to reunite with her estranged partner. Logic said it was impossible, he had moved on, blocked her, even told friends it was over. But instead of pleading or stalking his social media, she applied Neville's method. Every night, she relaxed into the feeling of being loved by him, imagining his voice saying her name tenderly, feeling the warmth of his embrace as if it were real. She didn't obsess over when or how it would happen, she simply lived in the joy of the assumption. Within weeks, he reached out unexpectedly, confessing he couldn't stop thinking about her. Coincidence? Neville would say there are no coincidences, only manifestations of persistent assumptions. Now, consider this: how often do you tense up when imagining your desires? You might visualize your dream job, but then anxiety creeps in: what if it doesn't happen? What if you're not good enough? That tension is a rejection of your own power. Neville taught that relaxation is the secret. When you relax into your imagination, you signal to your subconscious that it's safe to accept this new reality. A man once doubted he could ever afford his dream home. Instead of stressing over bank loans, he spent nights mentally arranging furniture in its rooms, feeling the texture of the walls, hearing the echo of laughter in its halls. He didn't just wish, he inhabited the state. Months later, a distant relative passed away, leaving him an inheritance that covered the exact amount needed. The world rearranged itself to match his inner conviction. This is the magic of letting go. Struggle implies lack, relaxation implies trust. You don't relax because you've seen proof, you relax because you know the law. Neville's students manifested spouses, healed illnesses, and even escaped wartime imprisonment by embodying this principle. One prisoner visualized himself sleeping in his own bed night after night, ignoring the barbed wire around him. Soon, a clerical error led to his release, an event so improbable that even the guards were stunned. The impossible bends when you stop resisting it. So the next time you catch yourself straining for your desire, pause. Breathe. Ask: how would I feel if this were already mine? Then dwell in that feeling until it feels more real than your doubts. The outer world is a mirror, it can only reflect what you've already claimed within. And if you think this only works for small things, consider Neville's own story. In the depths of the Great Depression, he was broke, yet he imagined himself wealthy. Not just rich, but financially free, traveling first class, wearing custom suits. He didn't lift a finger to make it happen, he simply lived in the end. Soon, a sudden opportunity allowed him to sail to Barbados, his homeland, in luxury. No savings, no plan, just pure manifestation. The bridge of incidents that led there defied logic, but that's the point. Logic is the language of the limited mind, imagination is the language of creation. Your only task is to relax into the certainty that what you desire is already yours. The how is none of your business. The universe will handle the details in ways you can't foresee. So why do most people fail? Because they demand immediate validation. They imagine once, then check their bank account or phone for proof. When it's not there, they decide it doesn't work. But manifestation isn't a vending machine, it's a pregnancy. You wouldn't dig up a seed to see if it's becoming a tree. You trust the unseen process. Another student of Neville longed to be a published author but faced constant rejection. Instead of despairing, she wrote her name on a bestseller's cover in her mind, feeling the weight of the book in her hands. She stopped chasing publishers and rested in the knowing that it was done. A year later, a publisher contacted her out of the blue, offering a deal under terms she'd never dared to request. The universe doesn't respond to neediness, it responds to unwavering assumption. This is why Neville insisted that persistence is key. Not persistence in action, but persistence in feeling. The world may seem rigid, but it's malleable to your dominant thoughts. A woman trapped in a dead-end job imagined her boss congratulating her on a promotion, feeling the handshake, the pride. She didn't know how it would happen, her company had a hiring freeze. Yet weeks later, her department restructured, and she was offered a higher role no one saw coming. The universe works in mysterious ways, but always in favor of those who assume their desire is inevitable. Your doubts are the only barrier. Every time you think, this can't happen, you're scripting that reality. But when you relax into, it is done, you activate a power beyond logic. Now, you might wonder, what about effort? Shouldn't you take action? Of course, but inspired action feels effortless. It's not forced. When you're aligned, opportunities appear, people show up, and ideas flow. Neville didn't deny action, he said let it come from your new state, not from lack. A musician visualized roaring crowds before he had a single fan. Instead of begging for gigs, he focused on the joy of performing. Soon, a stranger heard him practicing and connected him to a major venue. The action followed the assumption, not the other way around. This is the dance of manifestation: assume, relax, receive. The moment you try to control the steps, you stumble. So where do you start? Tonight, before sleep, when your subconscious is most receptive, immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Make it vivid. If it's love, feel the warmth of their hand in yours. If it's wealth, hear the sound of your bank app alerting you to a deposit. The more real it feels, the faster it materializes. And when doubts arise, gently return to the feeling. This isn't about positive thinking, it's about becoming the person who already has it. The world is your echo. Stop chasing reflections, change the sound, and the reflection must follow.